So Sulu has a daughter. All right, so hey everybody, welcome to Father-Daughter Media. We're putting up another review video for you. Today we are reviewing
Star Trek Beyond.
So live long and prosper. So anyway, we're gonna do Star Trek Beyond review. We've seen this movie twice actually.
Both times amazing.
Yeah. So first and foremost, to
We're
get it out of the way. Yeah. Well, we're nerds.
No, we're just playing Trekkies. That's its own category.
Yeah, that's true. Being a Trekkie is its own category. So just to get it out of the way, we're just gonna knock this out right now for you. Yes, go see Star Trek. Yes, the reviews are right. Yes, the movie kicks ass.
Yes.
Just yes.
Yes.
So yeah, we really enjoyed it. We enjoyed it enough that we went back and saw it a second time. The first time we saw it in
IMAX 3D.
IMAX 3D. And I will say this time around, IMAX 3D, yes. Yes to both.
You're probably going to see something on Spock that's a little but, you know, who cares?
So in the IMAX 3D, we'll just give it to you. In the IMAX 3D version, we didn't see it in the 2D version at the regular theater, but in IMAX 3D, we saw this part where Spock, his prosthetic nose, oh man, it gets messed up at one point, and they did not catch it in editing. So even the big boys mess up editing, guys.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty funny though, seeing it. Where it's like, wait, something wrong? I can't tell.
Someone's just messed up with his nose there. Okay, so we got our notes again. We're going to go back over this. And so the first and foremost, our positives, what we liked about Star Trek. I'm going to say this. They talked about the 5-year mission. Mm-hmm. Since the first one, they're finally talking about the 5-year mission since the first reboot. Into Darkness kind of went away from all that and tried to become its own thing. And let's make this a 5-year mission series.
Well, they made an alternate series or an alternate universe, basically. So let's go a different route.
Right.
That's basically what they were hoping for. And Into Darkness, they kind of tried to go back to what was already created and mess with that. I mean, I get that it probably still happened and everything, but come on.
So yeah, I agree with Kyla there. Like, you know, we there's a whole new opportunity to write new stories for Star Trek, and
that's what they did.
This one they did. So right on. 5-year mission rocks.
Klingon War. Do it next. I don't care what you're saying the plot is. Scrap it. Klingon War.
So I was gonna wait to get into that, but Kyla brought it up, so we're going for it.
Yeah.
The Klingon War. Come on, Paramount. Come on, Bad Robot. Whatever. All you studios, whoever's writing these now. Let us have the Klingon War. Show how it starts. Show like the major battles. I want to see the major battles. Mm-hmm. Please show us that. Some of the most historical battles, and they can be their new own historical battles because it is a new universe. So, but give us the Klingon War, please. That's what I'm after.
Please. I will get on my hands and knees right now. Please.
So she's begging. Okay, so the next one, we already talked about that. It's its own story for the originals, from the originals. One thing that we really like that we talked about a lot coming out of the first filming of seeing this, each character has their own moment. Mm-hmm. Every character is allowed to shine in this. Uhura, the new gal, Jalen or whatever her name was. I forget her name. Scotty, Kirk, Jayla, there we go. Scotty, Kirk, Spock,
Chekhov.
Bones, Chekhov. All of them are allowed to shine. Even some of the, not the backdrop characters. Mm-hmm. There's one of them in particular that's allowed to shine a little bit in this. So
that was really cool.
I kind of gotta get, I gotta give the writers of this one, and I know the guy who plays Scotty. Simon Pegg. He nailed the writing in this. I know he co-wrote it, and right on. Way to go. Way to bring out the characters and give them some shining there instead of just basing it around Kirk and Spock. I mean, come on, we got all these other characters. Let's see them. So, what did you think? The characters you like that,
It
right?
was really, really good.
And so I just said that it wasn't based around Kirk. That's one of the things that I liked. It partially is, but it was based around the crew. So I really liked that. There was one part of this in particular that I really liked, and this is a spoiler one, guys. At the end, when they're getting ready to blow up the beehive, all the bees,
Yeah.
when they're getting ready to blow them all up using VHF frequency, I really got to give them credit that they showed each character coming up with ideas of how it's going to work, and it goes from character to character to character to character, speaking about what their input to the idea is.
It goes kind of like a Knights in the Round Table. It literally goes in a circle.
So yeah, kind of like Kirk, and then to Spock, and to Scotty, and Jayla,
And Uhura.
and Uhura, and Bones, and it just goes and they all get input to it, and that's an example of how they really let the crew shine in this. So way to go. Okay, so this is a little bit more of a serious part to it. How they honored Spock, how they honored Leonard Nimoy. That was classy. It was well done, and as a Trekkie who's seen every Star Trek episode and movie multiple times, right on. Way to honor Leonard Nimoy there. He cared about the series a lot, guys, and the fact that they honored him in the way they did it the way that he would have wanted them to, in my opinion. And
they even honored the original series cast, like the entire main cast.
There's
for the
a part
series
where the new Spock, younger Spock, he pulls out a picture and it shows the original crew from it's from The Undiscovered Country. It's a picture from the movie The Undiscovered Country, and it shows that, and that was classy, just beyond classy. I saw that, and I think Kyla probably can remember what I did. They did that, and I went, oh wow, way to go. Like in the theater, I said that out loud, like way to go.
Yeah.
And we saw this, by the way, first filming opening day. It was the Thursday night before the Friday release. July 21st is when we went and saw it, and we saw it in IMAX 3D there, and it was about a half full theater, but we saw first showing, and I was willing to say that out loud. Now there was a bunch of Trekkies in there with us, so they didn't care.
Yeah. I mean, I had a freaking Leonard Nimoy shirt on, so.
She had her Leonard Nimoy shirt on. Yes, she did.
I should have.
There was a guy that looked at her, by the way. This was really cool. We were
Yep.
going out to the car to go get our tickets because I left him in the car. And we were going out to the car to go get our tickets, and a guy looked up at Kyla and went, he did the live long and prosper. He just, bam, pops it up and smiled at her. And I was like, did you see that guy? She's like, no. And I was like,
I did, but I didn't.
I was like, that guy just gave you the live long and prosper.
It's like, oh.
It was cool.
Well, I saw him like wave at me or something. I didn't really see his hand or anything, and I just, hi.
So, okay, one other thing. Okay, so now we're going to get into the special effects a little bit. Spot on with special effects. Way to go.
Except for the nose.
The nose. That was more editing and costume. Special effects, way to go. Good job. I love the special effects.
Yes.
So anybody who's a Trekkie out there, you're going to get this part. The warp bubble. Everybody who knows Star Trek knows what the warp bubble is, right? So they showed it.
They showed the outside of it.
They showed the ship in like a real a panoramic view way out, and it shows the ship flying through space and what the warp bubble would do, how it would bend space around it. Oh my gosh! I saw
his face. He was like, "That's what you did."
For the first time ever, they showed the warp bubble. It was like, right on. Just as a Trekkie, freaking way to go. Heck yeah, that was probably one of the cool special effects I've ever seen in a movie. So, Kyla liked the ship size.
Yes, they kept on showing how big the Enterprise actually was by panning over it or panning over the side or something like that. It was really cool.
I do gotta agree there. It was really cool, and they showed the nacelles. This front view from the nacelles, the warp nacelles. There was this view from the nacelles where it shows like the matter and antimatter getting churned up inside the nacelles, and that was so cool to see. So that was really cool. Okay, so a couple other things they did with class here. Okay, and that's kind of where we're going to end this, and then what we want to see in the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first and foremost, the way that they showed Sulu's character and his sexual orientation.
They kind of honored George Takei in doing that.
Yes.
George Takei actually had a little bit of issues with this because it
changed the character.
It moved away from Gene Roddenberry's
vision
of the character. Yeah, but I'm actually happy that they did it this way because it shows real-time problems. I wouldn't want to really say problems, but events.
Well, what our society is going through right now is what she's getting at.
Yeah.
It shows what our society's dealing with right now, and that is one of the things is acceptance. And honestly, guys, this is the way our household views it. And you have your views, and that's fine. You can have your views. I'm not trying to tell you how to have your views, but our household is an inclusive household. We believe that it's not harming us, so it doesn't involve us. So whatever. What you do in your own time is up to you.
And he has a daughter.
So Sulu has a daughter. Yeah. So right on, and he has his boyfriend or husband or whatever, and good for him. So that was really cool. They did that with class. It was really laid back. Never died. So we were talking about Sulu and his sexual orientation. Our opinion, it was done with class. It was cool.
Yes.
So moving forward into that, we're talking about things that they did with class. One thing that I really liked was they were showing the rigors of a 5-year mission, what that would be like in space. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people in the military feel that way on submarines or aircraft carriers.
Having to wear the same thing over and over again, having only the resources there.
Like that one scene where Kirk
walks into his closet and then they have only the yellow captain's uniforms.
That's all he has.
So it's like, oh, which one do I pick?
Do I
this
pick
one or this one?
Medium or the large today?
Or the small, it looked like a little girl.
So that was pretty funny. I gotta give the creators credit for that one. That was pretty good. Okay, so one more thing that I wanted to talk about that I felt like was done with class and in a couple of ways was Anton Yelchin. Kyla really liked Anton Yelchin as an actor and really enjoyed his Chekhov role.
Yeah.
So I had a little girl crush there probably. So there's the eyeball. So I kind of like Anton Yelchin too. I felt like he did good. Chekhov was really well, and his role in this one was way more in depth. And I love the way they did it in this one. So I am saddened to see Anton Yelchin go, and thank you for the time you gave us, Anton, and the roles you gave us. I've seen you in a couple movies, and so good on you. Thank you, and rest in peace, bud.
Yeah.
So going forward from that, the things that I liked with Anton Yelchin, of course, at the end of the credits, right after they said in honor or in memory of Leonard Nimoy, it says for Anton.
Yeah.
Afterwards, that was really cool how they did that. I like that. But there was one scene that
there was a final. It was kind of like the ending for the actual movie, and filming, not going in. Well,
I don't know if it was on accident or purpose, or if they revised it or what. There's rumors out there, but I'm not going to try to go into what I think is real or not. I know the way that it was done. I appreciate it. So at the end, Kirk goes in.
It's his birthday.
They do his birthday party. He gets a surprise party. Bones throws it for him, and while they're on the starbase, and so he walks in, and Kirk takes his glass, and he says, "For friends who are with us and not with us," kind of thing. Like,
yeah, it's like to absent friends.
To absent friends, exactly. And it pans, and it's almost perfect. It's like right after he does it, it goes straight to Anton. And I just think that was the universe working in a great way right there. I felt like that was really beautiful. I kind of picked up on that and liked it. What you
You
giggling
almost
about?
dropping
Oh.
your notebook.
Almost dropped the notebook here. So, and guys, I'm sorry, but I have to keep notes. I am that kind of person. I like things to be a little bit more detail oriented. OCD.
Yeah, if he doesn't have notes, he's everywhere and
So-
nowhere at once.
So get used to that. Anyway, I like the way they did those for Anton. I really appreciated that. There was a lot of class in this movie. The action was great. The dialogue was wonderful. The crew characters were played out very well. All around. Okay, so on to our ratings. Out of 5, what do you give it, Kyla?
4 3/4.
4 3/4. I'm there with her. 4 3/4. It would be a solid 5 for me, except for the way they take out the bees is cool, but it feels haphazard.
Yeah.
Kind of just haphazard in there. You know, the villains are good, the action's good, Jayla's good, you know, the add-on characters,
I mean,
the
if
crew and everything. I love it.
they picked a different song,
I
it would
like
have been
the songs.
hilarious. It was like R&B or something like that.
Okay. I liked the song, but that's my generation. Beastie Boys, right on. I grew up listening to the Beastie Boys. I like the Beastie Boys. Your generation just doesn't know music.
Well, I know that song from 2008 Star Trek.
So I just, the way it kind of happens is kind of like, wow, that's all they have to do. Well, that was weak. But I guess that would be the signal. I don't know. That's a debate for another
What
time.
they should have done was get like multiple different tracks that they had, like try a classical song, and it only takes out like 2, and then another song, and then they finally get that song.
Okay,
something.
this is why she's not a movie writer yet.
This is why I'm tired. This is why he doesn't understand. When you're a teenager and you're tired.
Easy boy. All right, so that kind of covers it. That takes care of the video here. So on that note, thanks again. What do we want?
Like, subscribe, share to your Trekkie bros.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. See ya.